The purpose of this section is to familiarize you with situations involving work, power, and energy. In the last section, we noted that work is essentially the force being applied over a certain distance. In our work calculations, the time it took to cover a specific distance didn't matter. Now, power is the rate of doing work. Therefore, if you push an object the same distance, the same amount of work is being accomplished. However, if you cover the same distance over a shorter period of time, then the power output is greater. If you cover the same distance slower, you have less power. Either way, in both of these pictures, the same amount of work is being accomplished since the carts move the same distance. In the English system, power is measured in horsepower. First, let's discuss a little bit of background information on horsepower. In the 18th century, it was figured that a horse can lift roughly 550 pounds at a rate of 1 foot per second. This rate of doing work is called the horsepower. In the late 18th century, a Scottish engineer by the name James Watt figured on average a pony could pull 220 pounds a distance of 100 feet in 1 minute. He judged that horses were 50% stronger than ponies and arrived at the equation 1 horsepower is equal to 33,000 pound-feet per minute. Now that we know what 1 horsepower is, let's take a look at the formula to solve for power in the English system. When we are solving for power, we have a different formula for the English system than we do for the metric system. Power is equal to work divided by the quantity, time, multiplied by 550. Power is measured in horsepower, work is measured in foot-pounds, time is measured in seconds, and the 550 is a constant. We just saw that 1 horsepower is equal to 33,000 foot-pounds per minute. Converting 33,000 foot-pounds per minute ends up leaving us with 1 horsepower is equal to 550 foot-pounds per second, which is why we need to include 550 in the denominator in our English system calculations. In the metric system, our equation for power is a little more simple. Power is equal to work divided by time. Power is measured in watts, work is measured in joules or Newton meters, and time is measured in seconds. Notice that in the metric system, we don't need any extra constant in the denominator for our formula. One other thing that I wanted to mention before we take a look at some examples is that we may need to calculate the work before we can calculate power. Remember, work is equal to force multiplied by distance in both the English and metric systems. In the next video, we will perform some calculations for power.